How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about a truth that you need to know. Once you know this and you decide to apply it to your life, it will absolutely change your experience. So I'm really excited to share it with you. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say this word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive space. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Well, before we get started, if there's something that resonates with you in this episode, if you're on Spotify or YouTube, you can actually leave a comment below. Not only does that help me know what resonated with you or what you enjoy from the episode, but somebody else might read that message and it might inspire them to give this episode a shot. I want to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the world, and the best way to do that is together. So whether you leave a positive comment or share it with somebody, it means the absolute world to me, and I could never thank you enough. But let's dive into today's episode. So this is some truth. This is something that you need to hear it, you need to know it, and if you decide to use it, it will change your life. And it's one that the law of attraction is always working. It doesn't start working when you discover it. It doesn't start working when you want it to work. It's always in existence. You see, these laws of the universe, they don't turn on and off. They are the laws. It's how the universe is created. So, knowing that, you might wonder, well, what is the law of attraction? The law of attraction states that like attracts like. Think about this. It's hard to be around somebody that thinks so differently than you or lives their day so differently because it's not aligned. Like what you're doing, what they're doing just doesn't fit. The law of attraction is the same way. When you think about frequencies, so if you think about energy, they have to buzz or operate or spin in a certain way. That's what creates that frequency. So you're in that frequency or you're not. So you are something or you're not. So the things that you're attracting, you are attracting. When you start looking into your life and realize that you are the magnet of those things, you are giving yourself the power. Now, once you start doing this, people start to say, well, I wouldn't attract these bad things. I wouldn't have attracted this terrible childhood that gave me trauma or this experience or that experience. Or what about people that are in war areas where bad things happen and things like that? And I understand. But that's when you're thinking from a human level, meaning that you were born and that's when the law of attraction started. You are an energetic being. You're a soul. You're a spirit. You are energy having a human experience. Your energy didn't start when you were born, and it certainly doesn't end when you die. It started before that, it existed before that, and it will exist after it. In fact, it exists outside of it. So the energy of what you're attracting, or the frequencies, it seems like real. This earth, like it seems physical, but the physical is a representation of the frequency. So everything in your life right now is giving you the opportunity to shift, to change. So it's not about a baby attracting a terrible situation. It's about an energetic being incarnating or starting life in an area that's attracted to the energy of that being. You see, the external world is not a reflection of you. The way you see the world is a reflection of you. So the way you experience the world is a reflection of you. It doesn't matter if good things are happening or bad things, it's your perception of them. If you want to change your experience, you have to learn to see the good in all things. When you can see good in a bad situation, when you can see good where there's not, and by good I mean love, the high frequency, the high vibrational stuff, when you can see that in any situation, you will receive it in any situation. When you stop thinking that things are happening to you and start deciding that things are happening for you, that terrible life or those hardships that have happened, when you start seeing past yourself, you start realizing that that gave me the opportunity to become the person I am today. You cannot have something in your heart towards somebody and not attract more of that. So if you have all love within you and you're loving the things that, we say deserve it, and you're loving the things that don't, the hateful, evil in the world, if we have the same hate towards them, then that's what we have within us and we will attract more of it. It's not about attracting the perfect situation. I'm not saying if you practice a positive mindset and you practice gratitude and you're in love all the time and you're operating in that frequency, that bad things won't happen. They will. That's this earth. This earth is chaotic. This earth is only here to teach us lessons. So every difficult thing is a lesson to level up your frequency, to find the good, the love in a situation where it's difficult. So your life, if you start looking at it as only an opportunity for growth, not an opportunity to be right, not an opportunity to win, not an opportunity to come out on top, an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to connect to love. When that starts becoming your mindset, the world starts changing and you realize this is all for me. Everything is an opportunity for me to grow. It's like that person that's a big gym person. Like they're always working out and they're in great shape. They're big old muscles, like that gym person, right? And then you go to the beach and they're doing push-ups or they're doing pull-ups on the pole. Like it seems like everywhere they go, they're working out on something. It's because to them, that's what they do. They like to work out. They like to grow. They feel good doing those exercises. So wherever they go, things look like opportunities to exercise and grow. And this could be anybody. Music, people that play music, they're going to find ways to do music on different things. Like whatever the world is to you, your perception is how the world will be received by you. But you get to decide. Not your parents, not the schools, not, influencers, all this stuff. You get to decide. Now, you might have been giving that power away. You might have been people pleasing and doing what everybody else thinks you should do and trying to be the right person for this person, the right person for that person, trying to be a good person and emptying yourself out. That might have been what you're doing, but it's time to stop. The law of attraction is always working. So if you are giving to everybody without pouring it to yourself, the law of attraction says, this is what this person wants, so I'm going to create more of that. It's going to find more people that take from you, and they could be great people. In fact, usually people pleasers are pleasing people that are good people. But someone that's not self-aware, somebody that's not on a growth journey, they can still be an amazing person, but they won't realize that you are giving from an empty cup. So they're not going to stop you from giving. In fact, they love the giving that you're giving. So why would they? You are the only one. You have to learn how to fill yourself up first. If that was something we learned from a childhood, on how to fill yourself up and then give that to the world, this world would be a completely different experience. But the change starts with us. It starts with me. It starts with you. Us learning how to be selfishly involved in becoming the highest form of ourselves to give that selflessly to the world. You see, you have to learn that trait of how to pour into you before you can pour into others. And that's where we miss. You see, the law of attraction, it's always working. When you can say, all of this in my life I attracted, and then try to figure out what's within you that you need to let go and shift to change it versus looking externally and what they need to change. Maybe you're in a relationship and you attracted it, and it was a good relationship or it wasn't, and it's got its highs and lows, but now you're like, I don't fit. There's no way I attracted this person. Like, it can't be true. They need to change. They need to do this. They are the ones that shifted. They are the ones that caused that, right? Looking external. You'll never really grow. You'll never really expand if you don't learn to reflect within. This is all an opportunity for you. Put it in bright lights. Put it in your mind. Wherever you got to put it, the law of attraction is always working. The experience you're experiencing is attracted to you, so you have to figure out why. Stop trying to be right. Stop trying to point out reasons why the law of attraction is false, and just accept it as truth and use it for you. Focus on becoming the version of what you want to be so that you can attract what it is that you desire. The experience, the perspective, the love, the joy, all of those things can be attracted to you. You don't need to chase. That's how it works. Think about the person, like when it comes to dating. There's certain people that can get a date with anybody. And of course, looks might have an impact on it. But energetically, looks shouldn't matter as much as you think. It's their energy. You see, when someone believes that they can get a date with anybody, they're more likely to get dates with anybody. But somebody that is wanting to date somebody, desires somebody, is creating a situation where they are absent of it. And so the universe will say, okay, you like desiring something, so I'm going to keep you in the desiring state and provide opportunities and people that will keep you desiring, so you're always chasing. It could be the same with money, jobs, experiences, all of it. You cannot chase, you can only become. Once you become, your I am statements in alignment with it, your actions are in alignment, your belief systems in alignment, it will constantly come to you again and again and again. That's how it works. The law of attraction never quits. The law of attraction never stops. It's always in action. So change yourself, level up yourself so you can attract the life you desire and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a positive perspective on what you can do to start attracting the life you desire. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook group all down below. So I appreciate all the follows there. And if you're ready to level up, if you listen to this episode or other episodes of mine and you want to make the shift, you want to become someone that has that positive mindset, that can master the law of attraction, that can create a life they desire, this is what I do. I'm a mindset coach. I help people do this exact thing every single day. If you want more information on that, you can reach out to me via Instagram, or there's a link down below. If you fill it out, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you want something more in a group community, if you want to expand your wealth, if you want to learn about real estate, and you still want to tackle mindset, you want to tackle health, all of those things, health, wealth, and happiness, I have my group, Freedom Fundamentals. A lot of people have shown interest and started to join. It's a great group. There's already a large community of people in there, and I would love to invite you along that as well. So if you want information on that, you can also reach out to me via Instagram or the link down below, and I will send that information over to you. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.